Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss the new Wells Fargo Journey credit card. So over the past few months since Wells Fargo announced that they're going to be having a travel credit card that's going to have transfer partners, there's been many different rumors about what this card is going to offer. But today CNBC just released an article giving details about the card. So in this video, I'm going to go over the different information about the card when it comes to its earning potential, its transfer partners, and give you a breakdown of my feelings of this card. So the Wells Fargo Journey card is going to be released in branch on March 9th, and then you can be able to apply for it online on March 20th. So the first thing to note is that the Journey card from Wells Fargo is going to have a $95 annual fee. So this is going to be on par with other cards such as like the Chase Sapphire Preferred card and also the Citi Premier card. The sign-up bonus for this card is going to be 60,000 points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of having this card. Now, I'm not sure if this is an elevated offer or not because many cases when cards are either revamped or new cards are released, they usually end up having a higher than normal offer when they first end up coming out. If you look at something like the Venture X card, that card had a 100,000 point sign-up bonus, or something like the Chase Sapphire Reserve card also had a 100,000 point sign-up bonus. And then when cards start to get changed, such as like the different Hilton cards out there, you've noticed that the sign-up bonuses were elevated from those. They usually end up doing this to get some buzz behind the card. I wonder if this is gonna end up being a higher than normal offer. Hopefully it isn't, because 60,000 points is right now just kind of like an average sign-up bonus. So I would like a higher one, but there may be a chance that this is the elevated offer for this card coming out, but only time will tell with that information. Now, when it comes to earning potential for the Journey card, you're gonna get yourself 5x back on hotels, which is huge, 4x back on flights, 3x back on travel, and I've read that this might not be all travel, but it's a lot of travel, maybe not ride shares, 3x back on dining, and then 1x back on all the purchases. When I look at the multipliers connected with this card has the potential to be a great earner card. Getting 5x back on hotels is absolutely fantastic. I can't think right now off the top of my head of a card that you can apply for that can give you 5x back on hotels, unlimited earnings, especially now that it is a transferable currency. That is absolutely beautiful. And you also get yourself 4x back on flights, which is really, really strong. The American Express Platinum card does give you 5x back on flights, but that card has a $695 annual fee as compared to a $95 annual fee with this Wells Fargo Journey card. And I know a lot of people who would prefer to have a card that gives them 4x back on flights for $95 as compared to 5x back on flights where you have to pay $695 as an annual fee. Even though the Platinum card has all these other different credits connected with it, I just know many people who don't want to have to jump through all those different hoops and will be very happy with something like the Wells Fargo Journey card for their flight purchases. And if you compare the Wells Fargo Journey card to other cards with a similar annual fee, such as like the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, the Citi Premier card, or even the American Express Green card, these are way better earning multipliers with the Journey card with Wells Fargo as compared to any one of those other cards. It's just blowing them away because you're gonna get yourself these higher multipliers of 5x on hotels, 4x back on flights, and then you also get yourself 3x back on travel, which is what most of those other ones end up giving you. With the American Express Green card and the Citi Premier card, you're getting 3x back on travel, and then with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, you're only getting 2x back on travel. So the Wells Fargo Journey card blows those other ones out of the water, and for anyone who is a free agent with airlines and hotel programs, this can end up being the perfect card to have in your wallet. Now, I did read from Spencer's Straight to the Points that the travel category may not cover all travel, such as like rideshare purchases, which is unfortunate because I believe in most other travel credit cards, rideshare is going to be considered as travel. So it doesn't end up covering those categories. It may end up being confusing for some people who end up getting this card and don't realize that it isn't covering those travel purchases. But even still, I still end up seeing this as being a fantastic travel earning card. And just like other top credit cards out there, you're gonna earn yourself 3x back on dining, which isn't the best, but I feel it to be pretty competitive with the rest of the field. And a good thing about the points that you're gonna be earning with the Journey card is that you have the ability to be able to pool them with the Autograph card and also the Active Cash card. This is going to allow for a very easy setup to be able to have great earnings. Now, as high as I am about the multipliers with this card, now let's dive into the transfer partners that are connected with the Journey card. So the good news is that they have transfer partners, But the downside is that it is incredibly limited. Now, I know a lot of people are hoping that they're going to be the same transfer partners that Bilt Rewards has, since Bilt Rewards is connected with Wells Fargo, but I would have made a bet that that was never going to happen. And not only are they not as good as Bilt Rewards or the same, they are undoubtedly the worst offering of transfer partners in the credit card points and miles game. The list of the transfer partners are Aer Lingus, Air France KLM Flying Blue, Iberia, British Airways, Avianca, and Choice Privilege Points. That is currently the entire list of transfer partners connected with the Wells Fargo Journey Card. Now, they are saying that they're going to be adding more transfer partners, and I imagine that they will be, but as of right now, this is like a laughably limited amount of transfer partners. For those of you who are newer to understanding transfer partners, I'm going to explain why this is even more limited than what it appears. First, excluding the Choice program, these are some of the most common transfer partners out there. Air France is a transfer partner with every program that offers transfer partners. Now, I'm not saying this to knock Air France. I'm a big fan of the Air France program. I think they end up having some really good deals to get yourself business class flights over to Europe, but this isn't anything special that you should be jumping for when trying to get yourself the Journey Card. Secondly, Iberia, Aer Lingus, and British Airways all earn Avios. So a lot of people don't realize, but within these Avios programs, you can transfer your miles from one of the programs to another at a 1-to-1 ratio with no fee added onto it. So what this means is that if you happen to see a good deal for business class over to Madrid from the east coast of the US for 34,500 Iberia Avios, but you happen to have a lot of British Airways Avios in your British Airways account, you can just grab your British Airways Avios, transfer it over to your Iberia Avios account, and then be able to take advantage of this awesome sweet spot. Now, it isn't as simple as I just said it because you do have to link the accounts, and sometimes this can end up being in process if you happen to have either different emails or if your name isn't exact. You're probably going to end up needing to call up the different programs to link them together. So I do think that for a lot of people, they don't want to have to go through all of this hassle. But as soon as you end up linking together these accounts, you understand why this ends up being even more limited, because now this ends up just pretty much cutting the different transfer partners that Wells Fargo is offering in half for anyone who understands this trick with transferring over your Avios between different accounts. Now, as of the airlines listed, the Journey Card will transfer over its points to the different airlines at a 1-to-1 ratio, and then it will transfer over to the Choice program at a 1-to-2 ratio, which is on par for what Citi offers for transferring over its points over to Choice as well. It can make a lot of sense to transfer over your points to Choice at a 1-to-2 ratio. And I just did a quick look at the Choice credit cards that are offered from Wells Fargo, and with their top card, you end up earning 10x back Choice Privilege Points for Choice hotel stays. But with the Wells Fargo Journey Card, you're going to be earning 5x back at that Choice hotel stay, but then you also get yourself 1-to-2 ratio transferring over to Choice. So if you happen to like to stay at Choice hotels, this may end up giving you less reason to want to even either keep that card or ever need to use that card, because you're going to end up getting yourself the same earnings with the Wells Fargo Journey Card when you end up staying at a Choice hotel and transfer points over to Choice, as compared to just having those points with Choice stuck in your Choice program. So while I am happy that Wells Fargo is offering transfer partners, if I was to give a grade for the current transfer partners that they are offering, I'd give them like a D+. Because I would not be happy just only having these transfer partners if I only happen to have Wells Fargo credit cards. And for those of you who have hopes that the Wells Fargo Journey Card is going to have the same transfer partners as the Bilt Rewards card, get rid of those hopes. That's pretty much never going to happen. The reason why Bilt Rewards was able to do that is because Bilt Rewards came out as a rewards program that offered a credit card. And what I mean by this is that with Bilt Rewards, you can earn points with them without even having the Bilt Rewards card. You can earn points if you connect a different card connected with the different restaurants that's connected with Bilt Rewards, or you connect it with Lyft. There's many different ways to earn Bilt Rewards points without even having the Bilt Rewards card. Some of the different airline and hotel programs have exclusivity deals with certain banks, which would mean that they can't even be able to partner with Wells Fargo because of a contract that they already have with a specific bank. So I imagine that Hyatt and United have a contract with Chase, American Airlines has a contract with Barclays and Citi, and then Delta and Hilton have a contract with American Express. So because of this, you're going to need some type of workaround way, like Bilt Rewards set up, to be able to access these different programs as transfer partners. Now, there are a few more benefits that are connected with the Wells Fargo Journey Card that I do want to touch on. First is going to end up being a $50 airline credit. So similar to like how the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a $50 hotel credit, the Wells Fargo Journey Card is going to be offering a $50 airline credit, which can help reduce the annual fee, bringing it to effectively only $45. This card also offers many different insurances such as trip cancellation insurance, car rental insurance, lost luggage reimbursement, cell phone protections, and also no foreign transaction fees. So what are my final thoughts on the Wells Fargo Journey Card? Well, this is a good card. This is actually a really, really good card with, unfortunately, subpar transfer partners. For anyone who likes to travel, this card has phenomenal travel earning multipliers. Additionally, this card also has a low annual fee and has a credit to help even reduce that annual fee. Plus, it also has different protections such as like cell phone protections and also car rental protections. And if you are someone who wants simplicity in their wallet and doesn't want to have 10 credit cards or 20 credit cards, having a duo of the Wells Fargo Journey Card with the active cash card is going to be a beast combination. And if you want to have a trifecta, adding in the autograph card as well, off the top of my head right now, I can't think of any 3-card combination that's going to have a better offering than these 3 cards. You're looking at really good multipliers with an incredibly low annual fee. The biggest dent with the Wells Fargo Journey Card is the transfer partners. Now, what I was hoping before they announced the current transfer partners was that they were going to offer maybe one airline transfer partner that isn't connected with any of the bigger banks, such as like Korean Air. I do realize that was probably incredibly unlikely, but this is what I was hoping for. But now I'm just hoping that the Wells Fargo Journey Card can get to the level of offering transfer partners on par with something like either Capital One or maybe even just like a little bit below Capital One, because the current transfer partners are just so limited. And what I'm looking for is to transfer over my points that I earn to take advantage of getting international business and first class flights. Because if I'm not doing that, then I just don't find it putting in all the work for the points and miles game being as worth it, because I'd rather just get myself a 5x back card and then just take advantage of using cash back for my travel. But when it comes to looking at business and first class flights, these things are incredibly expensive and way more money than I'm willing to spend. So it does make sense for me to put in the work to be able to earn these points, to be able to have these incredible experiences. Now, Air France and British Airways Avios were some of the top programs that I used last year when it came to me redeeming my points from my American Express card. So these are definitely decent and good programs. I just want more offerings, because as of right now, the current offerings, I would get this card for its sign-up bonus, but I don't think I would be racking up points with this card, because I don't only want it to be limited to these few transfer partners that are connected with the Wells Fargo Journey Card. But if the Wells Fargo Journey Card starts adding in new transfer partners and gets to the level of like Citi or Capital One's transfer partners, then this is going to be rivaling some of the top points programs in the game because of how good of an earning multiplier card that the Wells Fargo Journey Card is. I'd recommend the Wells Fargo Journey Card to anyone who likes to travel because it is a beast of an earning card. But I would say that I wouldn't only use Wells Fargo cards just because of how limited the transfer partners are. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of the new Wells Fargo Journey Card? Are you going to apply for it, or do you think that it needs to add more transfer partners for it to be worth your while? Now, if you happen to have any questions, drop it down in the comment section down below and I'll do the best I can answer it. If you happen to really like this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, and have a beautiful rest of your day.